Hey there, starlings. Welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jasmine Capella Wellness, here to help you step into your truth and star into your power. For those of you who haven't been here before, welcome. Thank you for joining this wonderful Capella family. I'm so happy that you are joining us for Light Counterpart Weekly. For those of you who are returning, hello again. Thank you so much for being here as well and for rejoining me. In this reading, for those of my subscribers, thank you so very much for your love and support. I was told by a dear friend of mine that I did hit 400. I'm not even paying attention to that, to be quite honest with you, because that's not why I'm doing this YouTube channel. But for those who've helped me get to 400, many blessings and so much love to you. Thank you so very much. It's kind of scary that I've hit 400 already, not thinking anything of this channel other than doing my mission work on it. Again, I greatly appreciate it. If you've been watching these and you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Actually, hit that notification bell. I never really say that, but it's good to know when I come out with stuff like the video I did for the collective where I was out hiking. It just, stuff like that comes out of nowhere that was supposed to be highly beneficial for the collective. Things like that. Things pop up out of nowhere usually. I'm not doing the Divine Masculine channel letters as much as often because my guides have told me to pull back on that. So once it pops up, you'll get a notification that a channel letter is coming out if you're interested in that, or whenever I'm coming up with any other messages, okay? So go ahead and do that. Thank you for subscribing if you haven't already. And if this resonates with you, you like the video, please go ahead and illuminate that thumbs up button to help support this channel. All right, if you haven't been here before, what I do is I see what is going on with the masculines. We're going to see what is going on with the masculines currently, what they need to focus on for this week, what's going on with the feminines currently, what the feminine needs to focus on. I will clarify the cards if I'm being guided to. I will get divine masculine guidance from spirit, divine feminine guidance from spirit, guidance for I always say for the collective, guidance for the overall connection. And what they want me to do today is to have a mini conversation between the masculine and the feminine. I have a new set of cards here. They're quite powerful with what's going on behind the scenes, so to speak. So that's going to be something different. I don't know if I'm going to keep doing that. Again, they don't have me do the readings the same way because some people get hung up on stuff, but this is to help both the masculine and the feminine get through their journeys, because this is an arduous journey. We want you, I want you, my guides want you to start living your Dharma, and to start being the person that you were always meant to be, and to clear out ancestral patterns and all that crazy stuff. So it's my life's work. So I'm teaching you guys what I have learned and trying to get you guys on a more accelerated track. Yes, everything happens in divine timing because God controls everything essentially, and the planets need to be fully aligned before you guys finalize your work and before you guys are ready for physical sacred union. All right, so we're going to see what is going on with the masculines right now. Oh, and if you would love to join my Light Counterpart community, please sign up on my website, capellawellness.com. Click the sign me up button. You'll get an email with a private link to my mobile app. You'll get to meet other people on this journey, and you guys are going to help each other get through this and to grow and to learn and to evolve. It's an excellent community that I've developed on my mobile app to help the collective that I channel for, to help them grow on this journey. So I would love for you to join it. I do give extra perks to those members. I do give extra readings and things for free. Everything's free. If you sign up, it's free. The mobile app is free. It does not cost anything, okay? I also do a free reading for a member each month. Anyway, you get to choose what reading you want. Let's see what's going on with the masculine. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Palladian series. They wanted me to give it a good shuffle for whatever reason. What is going on with the masculines, the divine masculines at this time? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Palladian series. Please reveal to us for our highest good. Wow. Okay. What's going on with that? The Magician flew out of the deck, you guys. Gemini energy. Maybe you're dealing with a Gemini, maybe you're a Gemini. It doesn't have to be. Maybe they've got Gemini rising or Gemini in their chart or something like that. Anyway, they wanted me to say that. It doesn't have to fit, okay? We've got the Magician here, you guys. And look what's at the bottom of the deck. They keep getting majors. The bottom of the deck is the Hierophant. All right? If you guys are still in doubt with what's going on, again, things have to happen behind the scenes without you knowing, because God's trying to teach you something. It's supposed to augment your faith for the both of you, especially for the feminines, because the feminines are usually want to know what's going on. And it's like, well, they start thinking the worst because they're not communicating. This is a huge lesson in understanding the true power that God has, the magic that God has, that he brings to you, your masculine, the connection. And as I say magic, I totally forgot that we had the Magician already. See, I'm talking about magic, okay? They're starting to see the magic of the universe, the magic of God, the magic within themselves, that their thoughts create their own reality. They're like, shit. A lot of them have done some reevaluating. Now, if we go with the Hierophant will meditate. He starts thinking about what the meaning of life is. He starts to go navigate through that labyrinth to understand life's lessons and think about all the traditions and what religion has taught him, what religion has not taught him. The programming that has been done. And the Hierophant says, you know, there's a higher being. It's a very spiritual card, right? This is Taurus energy. And when I look at Taurus energy with the Hierophant, it's like, what's really of value to you, right? Taurus is ruled by Venus. So at the same time, it's like the masculines are really starting to see what is of value. And they're starting to look at, I was so programmed by my parents, by my upbringing, jobs, childhood, society, all of the above, the religion that I grew up in. You have to follow this in order to get to heaven. You have to do this in order for this to happen. Especially with religion, especially with, society telling you, you have to do this to be successful. What is the definition of successful? What is success? What is a meaningful life? And we get caught up and being told by the outside world what a meaningful life is, what a blissful life is. But you know what? They're starting to realize that's all bullshit. Look how many people are miserable by following what is called the norm. Look how many people are unhappy, even with marriages, right? Because the Hierophant talks about marriage. That in order for marriage to be successful, you have to have this, or you have to be that, or marrying into the same religion, right? A lot of this stuff is falling away. I'm already seeing like the Tower card where it's crumbling down, or it has to come crumbling down. Those false beliefs about themselves, saying to themselves, there's something of a higher spiritual power. And when I'm also, so, okay, now my guides are telling me they're starting to be more committed to God right here. Because why? That commitment to God and the destruction of the old programming in their lives is having them actually start believing in a higher power, the true magic and healing power of God, of the light. Realizing that when they have, okay, I have to go back to the Hierophant. I always go back and forth because I channel so much from this. This is a direct line of communication with God right here. The Hierophant always maintains a direct line of communication with God. And when the Hierophant does that, he channels that divine wisdom. It's kind of like with the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords, channeling that divine wisdom and start getting these more clarity, clearer thoughts, epiphanies, understandings of, holy shit, this whole time I've been living my life this way because of what other people have been telling me to do. What everything's been said. And when you really go through that labyrinth, and yeah, you get lost, you get confused, you're like, what the hell is going on? And then you start to see things. You start to analyze. You start to go through that labyrinth and say, hey, I'm not really lost. I was never lost because I wasn't following my own heart. I wasn't following my true divine guidance. The messages that God was giving me this entire time was to get me on my path, was to get me to my wish fulfillment, like Nine of Cups, Star card, get me to my healing, get me to release all of that false programming. They're starting to really have that direct line of communication with God. And in doing so, they start to realize, as above, so below. Their thoughts create the reality. With the magician energies, they're starting to realize, I have everything that I need to get through this journey, this light counterpart journey, to get through life itself. Because this whole time, they thought that life was causing them grief. Life was causing their chaos. And in the video that I did on my hike that I posted yesterday, I talk about that you create your own reality. You are the driver of your destiny, like with the Chariot card. You have the ability to take control of those reins. And when you're being guided by God, not by society, God leads you in that direction, but you can't lose that connection with God. You can't let go of God, because when you pull yourself away from God, and I've experienced this where I honestly got mad at God, and I was so devout, and I went to church all the time, and I did all these good things, and I still continue to do good things, but I was questioning God. I said, hey, why am I experiencing these things, especially with relationships? You said if I did good and I did the right thing, that I was going to have good return to me, but I was missing something because I was being codependent. I was not following my heart. I second guessed myself so much during my life. It was ridiculous. And when I went with my gut and somebody challenged me, what did I do? I allowed that person to strip me of my power. And it's with the mirroring between you two. This is exactly what happens with the masculines. But with the masculines, they go through this stripping of power to an extent where it destroys them internally. And because they feel destroyed, they're like, I can't allow the world to see that I've been destroyed by programming and society and and old belief systems. I have to put on a front. That's why they wear a mask, because they get so hung up on, I cannot reveal my true self because something is happening. I got to put up my guard. I got to put a guard up. I got to put walls around my heart. I can't allow people to see me like this, but then it's a cyclic pattern, right? I'm going to continue on with this. And when they see, they're realizing that when they continue that pattern, they start to continue to attract the crap in their lives, the chaotic situations, the chaotic and toxic relationships, whether it's with a romantic karmic person or not. It could be falling into the same types of jobs where they're being taken advantage of. It's all comes full circle. And they're starting to realize, I have everything that I need. Why? Because God gave them everything that they needed from the beginning, from the moment they were brought into this world by their own mothers. And that's what a lot of us don't understand. God gives us the tools necessary. It's when we even start to question things and people tell us you shouldn't be questioning God. And that's a big thing, especially in Christianity. And probably all religions too. You can't question God. You can't question. The bigger thing here, guys, is you should not be losing your faith in God and losing that connection with God. That is your path to salvation, to your paradise, because God is the only entity here that we should be cognizant of, that we should be following. And that's our internal GPS system. That's the inner guidance. And when we're always in direct communication with God, we are always being led on that righteous path, on the path of our enlightenment. And they're saying, God is speaking to them right now with the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck is the underlying theme here. They're starting to speak to them. They're saying, masculines, I've given everything that you need. I need you to utilize the tools that I've given you to start to create your reality. I need you to have more positive thoughts. I need you to continue to stay optimistic, to stay on your path, because I am leading you there. I am leading you to where you're supposed to be, not where all of the other distorted masculines are, because that's not where the divine masculine is supposed to be headed towards. So divine masculine started to understand, I'm being led in a different direction, because God's like, no, you are coming out of the distortedness of all the programming that has been done to the masculines, and I'm leading you to your divine masculine Christness, Christ consciousness. This is really big, you guys, because with that programming, especially with the masculines, especially the ones who are men, and I've talked about honoring the masculine, this is really big, because they're starting to pull away from what society has told them a man should be. How he should act, how he should feel or not feel. Power doesn't come from the outside world. It doesn't come from money. It doesn't come from sex. It doesn't come from like being all rough and tough and shit. No. They're starting to realize that that power and that magic comes from God and God alone. And that God has always been with them. It's just that things fell apart because some of them walked away from God. I did the same thing, and I'm the feminine. And then things started to go. I mean, they weren't completely chaotic, but I kept running to the same shit. I kept having people take advantage of me and take my power away. That's the worst thing you could allow anybody to do, is to strip you of your power, your sovereignty. Because God's given you that. You are a child of God. So now the masculines are starting to realize the magic in all this lies with God. My connection to God is the thing that's going to sustain me, that's going to heal me, because God unconditionally loves all of us. It doesn't matter what the masculines have done, what the feminines have done, what everyone else on this planet has done. It doesn't matter, because God knows everything. He knows everyone. He continues to have faith in us, unwavering faith in us. And in turn, we need to have unwavering faith in God, because we are godlike. And God loves us just the same. It's unconditional. God doesn't abandon us, even though we think he does, but that's the programming that comes with the Hierophant, especially when it comes to religion. If you don't do this, it's like, you will be punished, and that's severe stuff, right? If you don't do this, if you, turn away from God, then this destruction happens. But God doesn't stop loving us. The destruction only happens not because God's trying to kill us or just trying to make us miserable. it happens because he's trying to get us to wake up, like with the Judgment card. It's like, wake the fuck up, people. I'm trying to get you to your paradise. What is going on? The red flags are right in front of your face, and you stop heeding them. You keep turning your back towards me. I need you to face me. And this is what the masculines are starting to realize. The magic and the power they have within them, it's being given to them by God. It's like the programming is starting to wear off. What am I doing? I need to do what they need to focus on. What is it that the masculines need to focus on for this week? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Palladian Syrians, please reveal to us for our highest good what the masculines need to focus on for this week. Are we going to have the High Priestess and the Chariot again? Because we did get the Chariot and the High Priestess last week. We got the High Priestess twice. It changes. We have the Three of Swords. No, this does not mean that the masculine has to focus on separation or loss or heartbreak. That's not what that means. This is... Okay, let's show the bottom of the deck. Seven of Pentacles. This is perseverance. This is tending to your inner garden. This is the keep going card. To continue to plant the seeds that are going to bring about that harvest. Because that harvest takes time. And this is about the healing. The healing that it was done by the programming, by parents, by religion, by society, all of the above needs to continue. To continue pulling out those swords that was done from that programming. To continue healing the heart, the destruction that was caused. And I talked about putting up those walls, right? This is them to focus on taking away the attention from the pain that has been caused through so many things in their lives. That good things take time. That healing takes time, and that's also a message for the feminines. Because some of them just want, okay, so if I do this and this, I'm going to be healed in like a month or two. It takes a while. Let me tell you, with my own masculine, it's taking him quite a bit of time. Why? Because it took quite a bit of time for me to get with the program, but it also took some time for me to do my work. As I've said before, if you don't already know, I've been in my journey. I just hit 6 years, and I'm counting it from the day that I met my divine masculine. That's what I'm counting. That's just when we met, okay? That's when it all started. We actually met when when Venus conjuncted Mars in Leo in 2015. But Venus was retrograde then. That's when it all started. It makes a lot of sense. You see how the astrology kicks into this? It wasn't going to work out from the get-go because Venus was retrograde. So this is having the masculines realize, and God's telling them, masculines, it's going to take some time to heal because this is earth energy. It's the slowest moving energy, right? This is more Virgo energy, I'm thinking, where they're really reevaluating, like I said, the heartbreak that was done to them. Continue to evaluate that, to see what was causing the walls around your heart, masculines, for those masculines who are watching this. Do some self-reflection as well. I'm also seeing a Four of Swords and things like that. Hermit. You're still in hermit mode, masculines. Remember, focusing on plant the correct seeds that are not going to grow weeds, but flowers, trees, fruit. Don't plant any more seeds that are going to cause heartbreak, because that's exactly what you're starting to realize. Why your energy right now is the Magician, realizing that all that programming and stuff and you not following your heart and you thinking that society was always right as to what it was that you were supposed to be doing with your life is actually false. So start continuing. Just keep going. It's just going to take a while. Good things take time. It takes a while to heal from these wounds, from this loss and this heartbreak. And again, with the separation here, because Three of Swords talks, it depicts separation. This is good for you to continue to grow and to evolve and to heal. To start doing the things that you need to so that when everything is all said and done, you get your harvest, the return of investment. Because again, what you put into the universe is what you get back. Like with the Magician card, your thoughts create your reality. If you're going to have negative thoughts, you're going to put negative thoughts into the universe, you're going to get that back. And then what are you going to do? You're going to continue to make the not so great decisions and plant that bad seed, or plant a seed in an unfertilized garden, however you want to look at it, where it's not going to grow anything. You're not going to have abundance. It's not going to grow anything worth of value, worth anything. So make sure you continue to just keep going, because this is going to take some time. And you will start learning a lot of things along the way. But just maintain your connection with God. And God's going to give you all that you need to continue to tend to your garden, to help you make that investment in yourself. I always talk about investing in yourself instead of other things. And that's what the masculines need to focus on for this week. Investing in your own well-being. Again, tending to your garden. Whether that's investing in taking classes for something, business classes, healing classes, speaking to a spiritual advisor, buying books or something, whatever this is. Instead of investing your time in shitty things, instead of investing your time in spending money on alcohol and women, and gambling, material things that are of no value to you, that are just an escapism, whatever this is. God is telling me actually right now, this is about you investing in yourself. Anything that has to do with your growth, so that you can have that harvest in the future. Anything that you invest in yourself with, things that deal with your healing. Of healing that heart, okay? All right, let's see. I'm sweating for whatever reasons. It's kind of weird. I don't know why I said that, but I did. All right, feminines. What is going on with the feminines at this time? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Palladian Syrians. Let's give it one more shuffle. What is going on with the feminines at this time? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. I just heard some of the masculines or somebody's masculine has Gemini rising Taurus moon. That's for somebody here. Don't worry if it's not. Again, if you know that your masculine has those placements, this is a very specific message for you. They really want you to pay attention. That's what I was just told. All right. Hey, we've got Queen of Cups. We're not done yet, so hopefully the Five of Cups doesn't show up. I had a client of mine. I talk to her often, and you're going to laugh because I know you're watching this. She told me, I told her, hey, I'm about to do the counterpart reading. She goes, oh, I hope Five of Cups doesn't show up again. You should take the Five of Cups out of the deck. I love her. I love all of you. I'm not singling anybody out, but I just wanted to bring that up because I thought it was hilarious that she told me to take the Five of Cups out of the deck, because it has been showing up in the zodiac signs too. Anyway, what's going on with you feminines? And I know most of the feminines watch this, and I know a few masculines are watching. Queen of Cups. You guys, it seems like you're starting to have more compassion for yourselves, for your masculines, and for this journey. This is about unconditional love. What's going on with you right now is starting to understand what unconditional love is, and that is a huge point in this journey. Because not only are we supposed to feel that for ourselves, we're supposed to feel that for our masculines, which helps us to have unconditional love for everyone and everything on this planet. That's what God wants us to see. That's what Jesus was teaching us, which is why I talk about the divine masculine Christ and divine feminine Christ. It's about Christ consciousness. This is where a lot of other readings, I don't hear anyone talking about this specifically. It's about embodying that love that Christ taught us, because that is what's supposed to heal all of us at the end of the day. So a lot of you really holding that Ace of Cups close to your heart. Okay? She is the keeper of the grail. You want to hold that love. It's kind of like having that faith. I'm seeing the Star card. Having that faith with knowing that this is the love of a lifetime because you're holding the Ace of Cups. But knowing that unconditional love heals all things. She also embodies a divine feminine. She's also the most empathic of all the queens. Some of you are starting to utilize your empathic skills, but some of you are also starting to block a lot of these lower vibrational energies that are trying to infiltrate your mind, body, and your soul to kind of lower your vibration to keep you from making any progress, right? A lot of you are going with the flow because the Queen of Cups, she goes with the flow. She's in tune with her emotions. She also knows when to release them, because for a lot of you, I already know from talking to some of you who watch this, you've been doing a lot of purging, a lot of crying, okay? And that is necessary for the old you to be released, those lower vibrational emotions to be released in order for the new to come in. For you to open up that space for more light to come in, for more higher vibrational things to come in, all right? And it's okay if you've been purging, especially with the transits going on, it's causing people to release a lot of shit. So some of you are in the middle of this right now. You've gone through this. Some of you it might happen again this week. Let it fall out. Don't get angry and be like, why am I feeling like this? This is you to purge all of that out. The old feminine, stuff of the distorted feminine is being released, okay? And you need to fill that back up with unconditional love. Continue to go with the flow of life. Hold that space, especially with the unconditional love that God is giving you right now. She's also emotionally balanced. So if you feel like this now, that's awesome. If you're still feeling a little off this week, feminines, you really need to be paying attention to balancing your emotions. And look what's at the bottom of the deck. We have the King of Pentacles. the underlying energy. Staying grounded is going to help you with being emotionally balanced. Okay? This guy is very balanced. He's in his element. He's solid. He's stable. He knows his worth. He's the master manifester. I'm also getting a sense of you're starting to learn how to better manifest, especially manifest this love, but starting to realize that it's of an unconditional nature. Some of you starting to realize, or you started to heed the guidance and being told that this is not about romantic love, it's about unconditional love. And a lot of you are grounding yourselves more to stabilize your emotions, because if your emotions continue to be way out of whack, which is what we saw with the Five of Cups energy, I was talking about, you got to ground that. You got to, like, you have to release, but you also can't be in that energy for too long. And this is excellent because now we have a king and a queen here. We have water energy and earth energy. Going with the flow. If you think about water, water nourishes the land, right? They work in tandem. Earth gives to water, water gives to earth. So this is you, feminines. A lot of you are really learning how to ground yourselves. For some of you are still not quite there yet. Again, I have to reemphasize the fact that grounding is very important here. To be stable. Because your growth won't progress if you continue to be emotionally imbalanced. This is also the master healer. You are healing from doing all of that purging of those emotions so that newer, more high vibrational emotions can come in. The new energy, the new higher vibe energy can come in. The healing power of unconditional love can come in from the divine, from the Ace of Cups, is helping you to heal, to master your healing. I talk all the time about how unconditional love is the thing that is going to heal this connection. Heal your masculines and heal you. And because you feminines are the leader counterpart, your healing, the healing of your masculine depends on your healing. Because both of you essentially are going to be healers in some capacity. So make sure a lot of you stay grounded and doing healthy things for yourself too, because he goes out into nature, he meditates, he eats well, he gets enough sleep, he takes care of his physical body, his mental body, his emotional body. That's why he's so stable as the king. He's very harmonious in his environment. He's balanced. He's alchemically balanced in his life. He's mastered that. All right, so make sure. A lot of you are doing this already. Some of you are still not quite there yet because I'm picking up another group here. But just keep in mind, you have to stabilize your emotions and meditate. Grounding, they keep telling me grounding is very, very huge here. Continue to ground yourself so you don't become out of whack and your emotions are all over the place. All right, let's see what you need to focus on for this week. Woo! And as I talked about mind, body, and spirit, oh, look, the King of Pentacles didn't go away. See? That's why I picked up on two groups here, because some of you need to focus on grounding more, taking better care of yourself. All right? Stabilizing your emotions, stabilizing what's going on in your physical world. This is also the guy, like, he's worked hard, but he also understands that too much work is going to cause some serious imbalances. We have the Three of Pentacles. You got earth energy here, you guys. More earth energy now for what you need to focus on. This is mastery of the mind, body, and soul. I was talking about that. Learning a new skill, leveling up. This is also focusing on starting to follow your dharma, your skills, and I talked about the empathic stuff. Oh, psychic too. Your psychic abilities. Starting to boost your psychic abilities. Some of you may need, like, I heard a tarot mentor or something. Somebody can help you with learning tarot or help you with becoming more in tune with your psychic abilities, because some of you still don't know what those are. And that's why when we talked about self-employment, that card that kept coming out for you guys, for your guidance, this is what you need to focus on building. Building something masterful for yourself with your psychic gifts. Some of you, I'm being told some of you are going to need some assistance with that, because some of you are getting there. Others of you have no clue where you're going. I'm not saying that, to insult you. It's just that some people need a little bit more of assistance. That's all it is. But either way, the feminines really need to start focusing on that mastery of the mind, body, and spirit, of co-creating with the universe, of utilizing your gifts again to build something masterful for yourself. Because look what's interesting in this card. Usually in the Three of Pentacles and the Rider-Waite, there are three people, right? There are three people here, but there's one human and two fairies. Some of you really need to go out into nature. There's something about nature here. If you meditate more out in nature, you're going to be given some sort of download with the Queen of Cups being here. Okay, my guides are saying for some of you, you go meditate out in nature, you're going to be given some really huge message. Something about what you should be doing with your spiritual gifts. That actually happened to me on one of my hikes last year, and they told me the type of healing that I was supposed to be doing. And then I needed to learn more about it. So Spirit is really highly recommending that you guys do this. And you too, when you do your grounding and you balance your emotions, you're going to be leveling up. And you're going to be aligning mind, body, and soul so they work in tandem with each other so you can start creating things. This is also about you focusing on creating stuff, doing something that you love. Okay? With the Three of Pentacles energy, see, again, with this one human here and the two... Oh, the other one's not a fairy. She might be... Oh. There's a fairy, and there's another one that's like... It looks like part human, part frog. I don't even know what that is. I just realized that. Either way, something about nature here. There's something about fairies. I'm not really quite getting what that is, but that might be significant for somebody here. There's something about fairies. Somebody has a fairy tattoo. Somebody actually has been visited by fairies in dreams. Okay, that's for somebody. That's very specific. And they want you to pay attention to that. But this is something about doing things that you love and creating. This is, guys, you really have to focus more on your creativity this week and going forward, not just this week. Honing in on a skill. Learning more about your spiritual gifts, like I said. Learning more about learning how to read tarot, but more intuitively, not just sticking to the memorization of the meanings of the cards and things. Kind of like what I do, right? I read intuitively, and sometimes it's not usually what the Three of Pentacles exactly means. See, and I talked about nature, right? Three of Pentacles doesn't necessarily talk about meditating in nature, doesn't know. That's why when I'm reading intuitively and I'm looking at the symbology, what's depicted in the card, there's other meanings in this, and this is what a lot of you need to learn how to do. So yeah, this is you guys really focusing on creating something for yourself, honing in on your creativity. So yeah, I'm hearing again, learning a new skill in something, and it has to do with your spiritual gifts. And with the bottom of the deck again, yeah, again, mastering something. Learning how to better manifest even. learning manifestation techniques, doing more meditation on how to manifest things. Like, what did I tell you about before, I believe, with music for manifesting? That is the most powerful manifestation tool for me. It's always been like that. And the higher your vibration goes, the better you are to manifest. And you also have to visualize it too. That's a huge hint right there. Some of you need to learn how to better manifest. Really boost your manifestation skills. That's what I heard. Okay. All right. We are going to clarify this time. So let's see what we got. All righty. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Syrians, please clarify the magician. Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. So yay, we didn't get 5 of Cups again today. Congratulations, you guys. Congratulations. But look, it may come up again, but that's like, just continue to purge. Don't stay in 5 of Cups, low vibrational energy for too long. You guys are clearing. I did a lot of that. That was like halfway through my journey. And then you'll start to feel better. And then the more you purge, the more room you make for all those other wonderful things. And you are able to really level up. Like the 3 of Pentacles here with your skills. They wanted me to say something else. Oh yeah, they wanted me to reiterate what I said about doing something you love. With 3 of Pentacles, you guys are meant to create something in this earthly plane. Creativity, being fully immersed, it like gets to the 8 of Pentacles, being fully immersed in your work, in your Dharma, because this is a Dharma card. Starting to learn and to get more skillful in what your life's purpose is. And when you are immersed in this, the universe starts helping you with everything else. And you start losing focus on this connection to the point where like, oh shit, I'm a light counterpart. I didn't even remember. That's how it gets. It's exactly what happened to me. And the creativity is what boosts your vibration. And when your vibration goes up, I said you're better at manifesting things into the physical. All right? I was so immersed in my work, learning new things, learning about astrology, learning about tapping into my spiritual gifts, reading up on other things about, the history of tarot, whatever. Even learning about doing my YouTube channel. Like the way that I do videos now, I still laugh because I'm like, how did I go from engineering to this? You see what I'm saying? And I love to learn new things because I'm Gemini Sun. So, creative endeavors is what's going to help to get you through this. But you are also the divine feminine, who's also the empress, who also creates and births things into life. Okay? Why is a magician here? Please and thank you, spirit guides and angels. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Thank you very much. Woo! 3 of Cups energy. This is celebrating life. I was talking about the Hierophant, understanding the meaning of life, right? The magician is here because they're starting to see their thoughts create their own reality. They're starting to learn how to live life. Some of them are celebrating their successes because I said this was a big thing, right? They're celebrating because they're starting to realize a lot of things about the world and about God. They're learning how to have fun again. They're doing things that are of joyous nature, that bring them joy and bliss and fulfillment. That has nothing to do with drinking. That has nothing to do with gambling or other third-party people. I was talking about women, right? There's all women in here, like there usually is in the 3 of Cups. Not getting into these unfulfilling relationships, unfulfilling third-party stuff. Whether it's with a person or with an addiction or something. I keep hearing from Spirit they're having a lot of fun, but they're doing things differently because they're finding ways to have more fun instead of the ways that they thought was going to bring them happiness and joy. This is pretty nice right here. And look what's at the bottom of the deck. The Hanged Man. Did I say the Hanged Man? I can't remember. See? Gaining a new perspective. That's why I said they're starting to realize things, what makes them happy and what doesn't. The programming in their past lives wasn't doing shit for them. It was causing them to continue to be in chaos. And when the Hanged Man moves away from the chaos, the Hanged Man gets epiphanies. They learn to let go of the past. They learn to let go of that programming. And they say, you know what? I'm looking at life from a different view. That's why with the direct line of communication I was talking about with God, God is their power. God gives them that unconditional love. God gives them everything that they need to create their reality because they've done this. And the Hanged Man has come up before in their reading where they've gained a new perspective on how life actually should be lived, what the meaning of life is. This is Pisces energy too. Maybe some of the masculines here are Piscean. Doesn't have to be, but they wanted me to say that because that's probably because for some of those, this is a heightened message for you. There's something very, very significant here with this message. Learning to let go and let God, having faith. Releasing themselves from the chaos that the outside world was causing them to be in. Wow, that's exactly what I was talking about in my hiking video yesterday. If you haven't watched it yet, take an hour of your time, get some popcorn, get some green tea, whatever it is that you drink. Eat dinner while you watch it. There was a reason why they told me to do that video on that cliff during my hike. I highly recommend watching that for both of you. Okay, if you haven't yet, I know some of you have. All right, Three of Swords, and thank you for watching, by the way. Three of Swords, Spirit Guides and Angels, Palladian Syrians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Three of Swords. Now we have 2 3s, by the way. That is the Jesus number for me. See, Jesus, Christ consciousness. You see this whole thing, how this whole works? I mean, oh my God. It's unbelievable. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So now we have 7 of Pentacles coming out, you guys. You see, reevaluating. I don't have to talk much about this because that was the underlying energy for the Three of Swords. What did I talk about? Reevaluating, like they planted all these bad seeds and they grew like a shitty garden. And this is not a knock on the masculines because look, we all have to realize this. Especially if we keep listening to the outside world as to what the perfect life is, what a happy life is. And I'm like, well, it's not working for me and it's not working for everybody else either. So why the hell am I continuing to follow it? That's the thing. That's why focusing, that's why I said keep going, right? This is going to take some time, masculines. Continue with the healing. And this goes with the feminines too. Good things take time. My masculine and I took a while to heal. God wants us to be perfectly in alignment with Him so that we can be perfectly in alignment with each other. So that sacred union, the final one, can happen so we can start our joint mission. You guys have to be completely in alignment with so many things before you are ready, because you can't go back to being in Three of Swords energy. You can't go back to having society, people, parents, whatever, strip you of your power. This time spent during separation is so critical because it builds your strength to an incredible degree to where people are going to be like, especially when crazy shit goes on in the world. And I'm saying that because we're not quite done yet with what's going on right now. And when shit really hits the fan, you are going to be in such great strength. You're not going to be affected because you're going to have so much unwavering faith in God. And you're going to know how to navigate whatever other shit happens. More so with the world, not necessarily with your life. I'm not saying that won't necessarily happen, but I think you kind of get my point. Keep knocking stuff over in my altar. So, focus on taking the time to heal, masculines, tending to your inner garden. Planting the right seeds now. I don't want to say right seeds because that's not the way I want it to be conveyed. It's knowing the seeds that are for your highest good, that it's going, you see this tree here? It's like you want that harvest. I would love to have my harvest because I've been doing a lot of work. But God is telling you, masculines, this is also a divine timing card. I was talking about divine timing earlier. Be patient. I forgot about this. Yes, be patient with this healing. This is also for the feminines as well. You have to have patience. They need to fully clear out their karmic contracts. They need to fully clear out their karma. That's the same thing, but you know what I mean. And have everything that was ever done to them just fall away. That's going to take some time. So masculines, continue to just be patient with your healing. Continue to grow and evolve. Continue to evaluate your life and celebrate your successes, which is why we have Three of Cups here. Every time you make a milestone, magicians, that's funny, divine masculines, celebrate that. Celebrate your successes. Go have friends who support you. Family. Maybe you have like 3 sisters, or you have 3 siblings, or you're one of 3 siblings or something. Go have fun with them. If they support you, right? You know, they're not going to bring you down. That's different. I would not recommend being with family members who like continue to control you or infiltrate your brain and say stupid shit. Continue to tend to your inner garden. Continue to pull out the weeds. Remove all the people who are no longer supporting you, who are low vibrational, who are jacking your mind up, your psyche, your emotions. And replace those people with people of a higher caliber, not higher caliber, of a higher vibration, that's what I want to say. Right? Taking out the weeds, masculines. All of these pentacles that cause heartbreak, that cause grief, pull those weeds out and replace them with flower seeds like roses. And my favorite flower, stargazers. Ooh. If I had a whole field of stargazers, I'd be in higher heaven than I am now. Start planting your garden with those seeds. That's exactly what you have to continue to focus on. No more seed, no more things in the physical that are going to cause this, okay? Look what's at the bottom of the deck, you guys. 10 of Pentacles. You will get your 10 of Pentacles, masculines, especially if you're thinking about building your own wealth. You will get this. Focus on this high vibrational card. You are continue to do the hard work because things will change. Continue to have your positive thoughts. As above, so below. Continue to be joyful. Have positive thoughts. I was saying positive thinking. Staying high vibrational. 3 of Cups is a high vibrational card. Continue on healing of your well-being. Continue to celebrate your successes, but don't rest on your laurels like the 3 of Wands. Things are going to get better as long as you continue to focus on doing your work, celebrating your successes, and tending to your garden, pulling out those weeds and replacing them with those flower seeds that I talked about. And continuing to be patient, okay? Just have your patience. Go continue to meditate out in nature. You're building your wealth, especially your inner wealth, okay? A lot of hard work's been being put into this. Continue to do the hard work because you have that 10 of Pentacles coming. Why is the Queen of Cups here? All right. 10 of Swords. Okay. This is nice because you know what this tells me? You guys are saying I am done with being the victim. I am done with this pain and this suffering. It has to stop because it's not getting me anywhere. It needs to end. I'm hearing also for some of you, the worst is now over. You're going to go through a new cycle in your healing. These are endings and new beginnings, completion of this pain. No more feeling like a failure. No more feeling dead, metaphorically speaking. Like I can't go on anymore. I can't do this. Right? I can't keep crying all the time. I can't keep being the Five of Pentacles all the time, which is what I was telling you guys, right? Because it gets you nowhere and it's low vibrational. You need to be high vibe. I said violet flame frequency for you guys to actually finish everything that comes with physical sacred union, right? This is what you've been purging. The pain, the suffering, the karmic patterns. You've learned some pretty big life's lessons, feminines, because the swords are about life's experiences, life's challenges, and they're big ones to the point where it's like it just kills you. This is killing of the old self. Like I was saying, purging this energy so that the more high vibrational energy comes in, the divine love of God comes in to cleanse you, to fill you up, to heal this type of energy. Some of you, there's still a few of you who are still like, you're so emotionally imbalanced because this is too much for you. This is pain. This is heartache. You have to release that. I'm picking that up. There's like a couple people here who are still in that energy, and that's why you have to do something in creative nature. Start focusing on honing in on a skill, like learning, mastering some other skills, and healing too. Look, the bottom of the deck is strength, you guys. A lot of you are keeping that strength. This is very strong Leo energy, and we are, the new moon in Leo is tomorrow. I'm recording this on Saturday, so by the time you see this, most of you will see it on Monday. So this new moon in Leo energy with Mercury in Leo, the sun being in Leo, all of this Leo stuff is really gonna it's giving you that strength to get through this, feminines. You are finding this strength, okay, to stay emotionally balanced, to overcome this Ten of Swords energy. Continue to be to be strong, because you are stronger than what you realize. You are more powerful than what you realize. You don't have to feel like the victim, because that is, if you think that is exactly what will manifest. You will continue to think you're a victim when you really aren't. That this pain and suffering that you were in, the chaos that caused it, was because of your doing. As hard as that is for people to realize, it's on you. It's on you. But now you're starting to realize, I'm stronger than this. I have to have that courage and that strength that God is giving me, because it's a major arcana strength card, right? It's major arcana. God is giving you that power, and the Leo energy in the universe is giving you the strength to continue to overcome the pain and the suffering. This is awesome. Some of you need to find that strength, okay? Again, there's a few of you who are still like, it's too much for you. Find that strength. Go within, meditate. Do something creative. Get your mind off of this connection and do something fun, creative, because that's what the masculines are doing. Celebrate your successes. When you're like, oh my gosh, I got through this purging episode. I'm going to go create something. I'm going to write more poetry. I'm going to go write that book that I've been wanting to write. I'm going to go learn more about tarot or learn more about what my gifts are. That type of thing, right? I'm going to create for myself. Get my mind off of the pain. That's why Three of Pentacles is so important. Please clarify the Three of Pentacles. Please and thank you. Especially with mastering mind, body, and soul. Absolutely. Three of Pentacles. Why is Three of Pentacles here, Spirit Guides and Angels? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Oh, they want me to go back to the masculines real quick. Creating, right? Taking inspired action to create the life that they want. See with the mirroring kind of here? Three of Pentacles, you started to master something. They're learning how to create. They're trying to create a better life for themselves. Now I'm getting, for some of them, they want to create a more solid foundation financially. Because I know a lot of the masculines have had financial issues. And I did mention the gambling, right? Some of them were spending money on stuff that wasn't really serving them. It was an escape thing. And with this healing and planting better seeds, they're like, okay, I'm doing the work. When's the harvest? But they're saying you have to continue to do the healing and continue to focusing on what it is you want to create in your reality and building up your finances again, right? Because we've had finances and career reflecting this connection, right? For practically all the masculines in this collective, finances were a big issue. But they also thought that they needed to have money to be of anything. And that's a false belief that had to come crumbling down, right? But no, masculines, going back to this, you're waiting to be able to pick those pentacles from that tree. Just know, continue to do the hard work. You will reap that harvest. It just takes some time. And there's a lot of healing here. The bottom of the deck is the Page of Cups. Oh my God, and why didn't you say this, Jess? I was talking about balancing your emotions through the pain and suffering, and I was going to say the King of Cups becomes wiser from the pain and suffering that he's experienced because he knew it was supposed to help him to get to where he needed to be. And look, the King of Cups is clarifying the Three of Pentacles. Another mastery card. This is, see, I said when you're creating things to distract you from the pain and suffering, you're going to learn why you had to go through this because it's supposed to catapult you to your Dharma, to get you to start focusing on creating things for yourself and for the world because you were going to essentially shine your light with the King and Queen of Wands energy to help others. See how all of this works? Why we have to go through this? This guy masters his emotions and his intuition because he's learned that pain and suffering were supposed to help him to better balance out his emotions so that the drama in his life, the chaos in his life, doesn't cause him to be emotionally imbalanced. He's also the master of love, of unconditional love. And there's a holy grail again. He is the Grail King. He holds that grail like it's nobody's business because he knows he went through the journey to seek out the Holy Grail. He captured it. He understands that this is the unconditional divine love of God that heals all. Heals everyone and everything. And he doesn't let go of that because he understands that's where the true power of God lies. where the strength comes from. It's that unconditional love, that healing energy of unconditional love from God. And when you are immersed in creating something for yourself and you are mastering mind, body, and soul, having that work together to create some wonderful things in this earth, you become more emotionally balanced. Now we have the counterparts here, you guys. The King and Queen of Cups are here. Both of you are essentially supposed to learn mastery of this holy grail of and understanding the true healing power of unconditional love. I always say that. Learning through pain and suffering. And I saw the King of Cups and I didn't say it, but it's like, oh, there it is. Page of Cups. You see with all this Cups energy, this is healing of the inner child, because this child went through some suffering, was wounded as a child, parents, religion, people, things. You see how this is all working out with this reading, you guys? I'm learning how to better love. I am learning to open my heart to unconditional love so that I learn how to better love my masculine, myself, and the rest of the world. This is understanding that if I open up my heart and it doesn't go how I think, I might get hurt by it, but it's love. Love is not supposed to hurt, it's supposed to heal. And not being afraid to be vulnerable, and if somebody takes advantage of that or steps on your heart because you're doing that, you're giving love to somebody and they don't give it back or they step on your heart, you become stronger and you're like, wait, I had to go through this hurt, this pain and this suffering to not allow myself to be hurt or to feel pain or to suffer. To just go with the flow of the universe, balance out my emotions and know that I'm going to be okay. Because as a child, a lot of you had a lot of these heartbreaking events. Maybe you weren't loved as much as a child as you wanted to be. Maybe that put up a wall around your heart too. Stuff that went on in your life that caused the distorted child, inner child. Now you are learning to work your way towards becoming the divine inner child, of healing that inner child to be more of the divine nature. This is also creativity, dreaming up new things of a creative nature. There could be music involved in this with all the cups energy, something artistic, something of a creative nature. The Page of Cups, even the King of Cups with the Queen of Cups, they're all creative people. Phew, excuse me. This is coming up with something very artistic. He's also psychic too. What was I saying? Starting to hone in on those psychic skills that you have. Creating something with that, because this guy is also psychic. All right? Start beginning to transmute the energies that deal with pain and suffering and mastering them and putting them into something of a creative nature. That's what you're starting to learn how to do, and you're also starting to learn how to master your intuition and your emotions. Being completely balanced. So that whatever anybody does to you ever again, you are not like, oh my God, I've been hurt again and I'm crying and crying and crying. What the fuck? Why do I keep why does this keep happening? Why do I feel like this? As soon as that happens, you say, okay, I'm going to purge that out. Let myself cry, but I'm going to go back to doing something that I love doing. And watch the power in that. I'm telling you, you get, with the more advanced that you get, the more that you're able to master this, you're going to be like, wow, I've come a long way. I'll give you a story while we're getting guidance for the masculines. I had a conversation with my ex-husband the other day. I think it was 2 days ago. And we were talking about my son. I won't get into too much detail, but I will say this. He has a tendency to insult my intelligence, even though he had said 5 minutes prior that I've always been highly intelligent. But I said something that challenged him, and then he proceeded to insult my intelligence. He does that when he's triggered. Okay? And he was saying these things that were low vibrational in nature, which the old Jess would have gotten really upset about, and I would have been like, oh, I'm a piece of shit, or I don't know anything, or I'm not, I probably would have cried about it like I used to before, feeling really down, right? Because my ex-husband, he still has some healing to do. He's getting there, but it's a lot for him. It's a lot. And I have to have compassion. And I didn't yell at him. I didn't curse him out. I didn't lower his, I didn't, insult him back. I was a little bit assertive. But I didn't stoop down to his level because I know that he does this when he's triggered. Because honestly, my intuition tells me that he's wondering, how did I get to live the life that I have? Why am I so happy all the time? And that bothers him. So then he has to be low vibrational. That's his defense mechanism. It's very similar to what my masculine was going through and what the masculines were dealing with too. So me telling you guys this story, you see how all this incorporates? Because some of you might have ex-husbands. Some of you may just have exes that might come back into your life all of a sudden. Or some friends who make you feel like shit. And you're like, why do I keep running into people like this? And you get upset and you get triggered and you get hurt. And your power was stripped again. And you allowed it to happen, and you're just like down and out. I can't eat, I can't sleep, I'm crying for 50 hours in a week. Again, 5 of Cups energy, don't stay in that for too long. When you get to where I'm at, with that strength there, and mastering that, that's why you are going through this, feminines. And the masculines, but this is more a message for the feminines because of the story I just told you. Because the old Jess used to go back to just being put in a corner and feeling like I was not worthy, right? Not anymore. And that conversation happened. And he continued to even insult kind of like my parenting. You guys do not want anyone to allow you to take away what you know is right for yourself, especially if you are a parent. When you know God is telling you to raise your kid a certain way or to have this relationship with your kid a certain way, that's not of the norm, but it's of a high vibration, it's of God. And people look at you like, well, wait a minute. It's like some people look at me like, with my relationship with my son and what I teach him, and he knows because he's a very, very brilliant child. And I'm teaching him stuff. I said, Julian, don't be like me. This is what you're going to work with. This is what you're going to do to kind of help you so that when you get to where I'm at, because he exhibits a lot of stuff that I did when I was a child, I'm helping him to really trust himself and to not give in to trying to please everybody else and be ashamed of his own emotions, what he truly feels. So you see how this connection works for you guys? Especially if you already have children, especially if, you have ex-spouses, even if you don't, the exes that you've had, friends that you thought were your friends who turned on you, who said really derogatory stuff to you. This is to get you to be stronger than that. That's why you have to go through this bullshit with your masculines. And that's why the masculines have to go through the bullshit with other people, especially with karmics. And some of them also have ex-spouses and kids with them. You do not want to get into sobbing and being down and out all the time when shit like that happens. Neither of you. This is why you are going through this. So that when my husband went back to being his lower self, going back to insulting me like he did for 10 years of our marriage, I was not affected. I was embodying the king and queen energies, king and queen of cups energies. Because I was just like, I'm going to let this pass. I mastered myself. I'm the fucking keeper and the queen of the Holy Grail. Nobody can affect my emotions. No one. And that's exactly why you are going through this. Through pain and suffering comes great wisdom. It's exactly the wisdom that you are going to get from this. And that also entails people no longer stripping you of your power, making you feel like shit. Because you're going to know that person's still dealing with shit. I know who I am. I know my power. I'm not going to allow anyone to take that from me. There is a huge lesson in why you've been chosen to be part of this, as painful as it is. But you're going to supersede those individuals who can't deal with that bullshit that the world throws at them. And you're supposed to teach that to everybody else. So, with that, my rant being done. Look, for the masculines, healing heart. You're a powerful healer. Keep up the great work. And see that whole rant, I saw this, but I wasn't even focusing on this. It's everything I just said. Continue to heal the heart. What was I talking about? It's all right there. It's going to take some time, masculines. But don't pay attention to the time. Continue to celebrate your successes. Continue to move forward in your healing, okay? Feel that love of God. Don't lose that connection with God that you are now really starting to hone in on. You already know that He is helping you heal. Keep up the great work. I said keep going. See, with that 10 of Pentacles there, you've been working hard. Keep it up because things are starting to shift for you. Self-forgiveness. Let go of old guilt and remember that you're God's perfect child. What was I saying at the beginning of the reading? Make sure you don't self-sabotage. Don't go backwards. You're also letting go of that pain, that guilt, especially with how things went with the feminines. Look, guys, you guys want to be in this because God is teaching you guys about self-forgiveness and also about forgiving each other. I've talked about this. This is why learning the power and healing nature of unconditional love is so important, because it includes this. We have to learn to forgive. That's Christ consciousness. God, I told you with that story how God forgives us. We are God's perfect child. We have the ability to forgive. When we don't forgive and we get all pissed off, I'm not forgiving that person. They did me wrong. You are freaking acting like the devil. I'm flat out going to say it. Because that's what the fucking devil does. If you are so resentful and not forgiving because somebody fucked you over, you're acting like the devil. That is not of God, because God forgives. You're a divine counterpart. So you are learning and you are expected to forgive. Not only your masculine, not only your feminine, but your karmics, your ex-spouses, your previous boyfriends and girlfriends, your parents. God, because like me, I got mad at God. But look what God's given me now. Because he got me to see, Jess, I'm not punishing you. I'm trying to get you to wake up, to see what you can actually have. And it's, oh my God. Seeing that was the greatest thing I could have ever come to terms with. I would not be living the life now if I was resentful and I was getting hung up on this. Now, I'll be honest, divine feminine, I never resented or hated my masculine. I never cursed at him. I never came after him like a crazy person. I'm not, if that was you, feminine, I'm not judging. I'm just saying from my experience. But from what I've been told, I've actually at a different level than some of the feminines, in that I've been through this so much that I knew that doing that wasn't going to work. And even though I was heartbroken by him several times, I always prayed for him. I never resented him or this connection. I was never pissed at him. I was never completely angry or so angry that I wanted to punch a wall. It's probably because I have Venus in Cancer in the 12th house. I have a lot of compassion for people and for things. So I knew that I forgave him anyway. I mean, you know what my bigger thing was? Forgiving my ex-husband. And asking forgiveness from God. Because again, I was mad at God. Because I didn't see it clearly. And so for masculines, this also talks about you forgiving exes, whether it's a spouse or not. That's going to help you clear your karma with them. That's going to help you close out that karmic contract. That is the key to closing out that karmic contract. And the world, too, and God. Don't feel guilty for being mad at God and for turning away, because I've told you my story because I did the same thing. You are God's perfect child, as the card says. He knows, masculines, what has happened. He knew everything that was going to happen to you, what was going to go on. But that is the beauty. And truly understanding who God is and what he symbolizes is forgiveness and unconditional love. Just like how he sent Jesus Christ as an example of that. So many of us have fallen away from that. And that's what you guys are being called to learn, because you are going to be teaching to others. And when you guys come into union, you're going to be that power couple that wow, look at how those two overcame all of this. And look at how they live life and how they see each other and how they see the world. That is part of your joint mission. Because all this other craziness, it's got to stop. The bottom of the deck is you are being helped. Heaven is working behind the scenes to help you, even if you don't see results yet. I was telling you, God is helping you. All right? Even if you don't see results yet, you're wondering, oh, okay, when am I going to get my harvest? When am I going to be able to, like, you know, you guys are thinking of reuniting with your feminines too. So, but it's like, it's okay because it's a process, you guys. God is helping. They're there. They're there. Feminine guidance, spirit guides. What is the guidance for the feminines, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. All right, we got flying cards. Guys, give me a few minutes because my battery thing, I totally forgot to plug this in. Please tell me you're charging. Please. I can't tell if it's charging or not because, okay, maybe it is. Anyway. All right, feminines. Make a decision. Feeling stuck or indecisive, listen to your intuition and make a decision. What are you trying to make a decision about, feminines? Is it about your life's purpose? Is it about leaving your job, your career, to start learning new skills and focusing on your dharma? What is your intuition telling you? Look at all the intuition cards we've got. Listen and trust your intuition. You already know. All right? You got a lot of cups. Some strong water energy here. You got to trust it. It's not going to fail you. Explore your options. It's time to look at other possibilities. It's a good time to make changes. Yeah, I think it's about your career. What's funny is that we didn't get the self-employment card yet because I think, as I talked about, we keep getting the card. We kept getting the card and you're like, oh, okay. I already gave you my example, you guys. I'm doing it. If you didn't already know, I used to be a systems engineer for 16 years. And I didn't realize the amazing gift that God gave me this entire time. And it gets stronger, guys. It's getting stronger. And it's like, holy shit, the power that I have, especially with my psychic abilities. Oh my Lord. It's probably because I have Neptune and Sag. But anyway. It's a good time to make changes, feminines. Now is the time. It's the perfect time, especially with this 8-8 portal. All right? This Leo energy. Go run with it, guys. Don't second guess. I've already been living it. I am proof. If you're still second guessing, get out of that Two of Swords energy. If your intuition is telling you, God is telling you, you're getting signs and synchronicities, just go. Just go for it. Friendship is at the bottom of the deck. Make a date for a play day with one or more friends. Go have fun. You see how I was saying the masculines are having fun, but they're not having fun in the fun that they were doing before, if that makes sense? This also talks about doing things that you love, having a good time. That's why creativity with the Three of Pentacles is here. Do something in creative nature. It doesn't necessarily have to be with a friend. This is doing something that brings a lot of fun. Join my Light Counterpart community if you're not part of it already. You're going to gain friends there who are going to lift you up, okay? I highly recommend doing this. If you're losing the friends, go join the Light Counterpart community, please. You're going to find a wonderful family there, all right? Again, go to CapellaWellness.com, sign up, you'll get a link. Click on the link, get the free app. Join the community, okay? It's free. It's all freaking free. I'll give you additional guidance too. You'll get discounts on my readings, all the fun stuff. a member will get a free reading every month. You're going to love it there. I sometimes say some crazy shit. Anyway, we're going to get guidance for the overall connection. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadians, Sirians. What is the guidance you have for the divine masculine and divine feminine, please? For their connection. Thank you. Oh, I also heard, like, with exploring your options, making changes. It's also making changes with regards to who your friends are, the jobs that you have, the company that you keep, the activities that you're doing. If you want to do more of this thing that really brings you joy, do more of it. That's what I'm getting with this, okay? Journey. Half the treasure is the journey on the path to finding it. See, I was talking about the journey the whole time. My whole spiel is what this card is talking about. The treasure, the masculine's got the 10 of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck, there was a treasure chest there. Do I still have that? No. Because I used the same deck for the feminines. Look at the bottom of the deck. Flow. Let your worries drift away. See? Being in the flow, both of you. We got the king and queen here. The counterparts are here. Need to both go with the flow of life. I'm telling you, it makes things so much easier. Especially when you trust where God is leading you towards. All right. Here's the conversation between divine masculine and divine feminine. We're going to see what the masculine wants to tell the feminine at this time. This is the masculine deck of cards. This is the Divine Counterpart Speak in Silence by Diane Garris. Yes. All right. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadians, Sirians. What does the divine masculine want to say to the feminine at this time? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadians, Sirian. What's the divine masculine want to say to the divine feminine at this time? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. You are everything I have ever wanted. I feel like I've messed it up. I'm not sure how to fix it. It's their higher self. It's what they're thinking. That's what they want you to know. See? They know that you're everything I've ever wanted. And they're realizing that. It's like, see the magician, their thoughts create their reality. It's like, that's why they just couldn't see it before, because of the programming and stuff. And they're like, oh shit, this is my counterpart. I messed it up. I'm not sure how to fix it. This is the initial thought. But see here, they're thinking, okay, what I'm getting for some of them is that some of them think that if they, apologize or, they fix their finances, like that's it. But they're still trying to figure out what is it that's going to heal the situation. And that's why God is stepping in and trying to help them, especially with the magician, the Hierophant. We have the Three of Swords here, that it's really about the healing. It's about the healing. They will fix things when the healing is done, because they will have that power and that courage, being the king of light, to come forth and be like, okay, this is what happened. I apologize, but it's not the apology that's really going to make things work out. It's me being in my power and showing you that you are everything I've ever wanted. Okay? The bottom of the deck is, I wish we could move into a better space. I'm not sure what to do. This is the underlying theme here. Because they're like, I wish, you know, we could just do something different, or this would be different. But masculines who are watching this, what was I talking about earlier? You guys have to go through all this. It's a journey, right? It's a journey. Half the treasure is the journey on the path to finding it. You guys are still finding the treasure, and the treasure comes with finding your dharma. And it's okay, masculines, that you're not sure what to do, because you're starting to learn more about this journey and finding that treasure, okay? A lot of you want to fix it right away. That's why it's like, I'm working hard. Like, where's my harvest? Patience. Oh, man. Patience, divine masculines. God is helping you to fix this. God is essentially going to fix this. All right? You guys have to do the work. Both of you. What does a divine feminine want to say in response to the divine masculine? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family. Ooh. Pleiadian spirit. What is going on? Okay, the threes came down. I don't know what that means. Oh, okay. Now I'm hearing the Ascended Masters are here. They're like, we are helping with this connection. They moved the 3 cards down. The 3-3? Oh my God, we have 3 threes. Thank you for clearing that. Yep, the Ascended Masters are here. Jesus is in this reading right now. No joke. They wanted me to get to see that. They're like, Jess, there's 2 threes. And I'm like, wait, I talked about threes. There's a third 3. 3-3-3, significant. You start seeing 3-3-3, guys? Look up that angel number. That means the Ascended Masters are helping this connection. That's why I said it. They are here. They just came into the reading and said, we are here helping the both of you. That's why those cards knocked down. And Jesus Christ consciousness is here in this reading. Christ is helping with this connection, you guys. Jesus is here. Thank you, Jesus. He said you're welcome. All right. You have a lot to say to the masculine. I find it hard to trust you. I want to, but trust is earned. I don't like the way we left things. So many things unsaid, so many things misconstrued. Our ending caused me a lot of pain because it didn't even feel like an ending, just pain. There it is right there. For some reason, I can't seem to let you go. I'm trying, but when I do, there you are again. Yeah. Feminines, and a response to what the masculine said. You are not going to escape this person already. But what I said, what did I say earlier? When you are totally immersed in your dharma, doing things that you love, creating something, building something, mastering your skills, you're not even going to try to let them go. It's already going to be happening. All right? But yeah, they keep popping up. Some of you are still entertaining them. Some of you need to completely let go. Not answering calls, not answering texts. It doesn't matter. Even if they come back and they're like, oh, hey, they're different, and you're not having an argument, or they're not acting silly, they're going to keep coming up again and again and again until you completely let them go. You're trying, but there you are again. Okay, my guide said to try harder. I'm just channeling what they want me to say. And yes, because you're like, I find it hard to trust you. Trust is earned. They know this, feminines. I feel like I've messed it up. They know this. They know that that trust went out the window. But look at the self-forgiveness card that they got. And some of you, I think the feminines got that card like several weeks ago too. This is what the masculines are trying to work on, because they know they have to earn your trust again. But a lot has to be done. And for the feminines, this is something you also have to let go of. Know that it's being worked. I said the Ascended Masters are helping this connection, especially with the masculines, to do the work necessary so that the trust can be there again. But we can't get hung up on, I can't trust him, I can't trust him. Nope, that's lower vibrational energy. It's not going to get you anywhere. It's not. The masculines know this. Let them do the work. God, the Ascended Masters, Jesus Christ is helping this, okay? Just let it go. Work on yourself. Yeah. It caused a lot of pain. But what did we talk about? Through pain and suffering comes great wisdom. You need to focus on embodying this King of Cups energy to deal with this. All right? Learning to get through the pain. Unconditional love heals all of it. Forgiveness heals it. All right? Look at this. It's what I was talking about. My whole spiel, especially with my talk about my ex-husband. Right? He used to say those to me. It was very painful, but it was like I was allowing that. I was like, my emotions weren't balanced, and I'm like, oh my God, you know, this hurts. But now I'm like, oh, okay, you said that about yourself. I know why. And then I don't feel like this when he talks to me like that. You understand? Because I'm in King of Cups energy. I don't deal with drama. I'm emotionally balanced. I understand what pain and suffering brings me. It brings great healing. And that's what a lot of people don't quite understand. The bottom of the deck is, I feel brokenhearted because we aren't together, but I will not be a victim to the situation. I'm standing in my power with or without you. Ha! There you go. I will not be a victim. What was I talking about? Standing in your power. We have King and Queen of Cups here. See? Even though I don't like the way things went, even though it's kind of hard for me to trust you, even though all this stuff happened. Exactly, feminines. I'm going to stand in my power with or without you. Powerful stuff right there. All right, lovelies. That concludes your weekly light counterpart reading. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already and illuminate that thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it. And join the Light Counterpart community if you haven't already. Again, go to CapellaWellness.com. Click on the Sign Me Up button. You'll get an email. Click on that link to get private access to my free mobile app. Everything is free, again, and I will include you in that community. I wish you the best today and always. I send so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jess from Capella Wellness. Starring out.